From the palace balcony, Princess Aurelia surveys the majestic city of Eldoria, her eyes reflecting a deep yearning. Adorned in a beautiful gown, she embodies regal grace, yet her expression reveals a quiet resignation. The vast expanse of Eldoria unfolds before her, a kingdom she is destined to rule, yet her heart remains distant. The weight of her royal duty casts a shadow over her youthful beauty, a burden she carries with silent dignity. Duty and desire war, etched on her face. The sun casts a golden glow upon Eldoria, but the light fails to penetrate the melancholy that envelops the princess. In the expansive palace courtyard, Cailan maintains his vigil, a solitary figure amidst the grandeur. From his distant vantage, Cailan's gaze lingers on Aurelia, a subtle hint of longing in his eyes. His stoic facade masks the deep admiration he harbors for Aurelia, a silent testament to his inner turmoil. Cailan remains motionless, his eyes betraying the silent emotions he keeps carefully concealed. Aurelia glides through the palace hall, each movement a study in practiced elegance. She extends greetings to the nobles, her smiles and words measured with flawless precision. Each interaction unfolds as a meticulously choreographed performance, every gesture calculated to perfection. Behind the regal facade, however, her eyes betray a profound detachment, her heart untouched by the spectacle. Sunstone Festival explodes. Music, laughter, colors burst forth. Amidst the joyous chaos, Aurelia attempts a smile, yet a shadow of sadness lingers in her eyes. The music swells, a stark contrast to the quiet sorrow etched on Aurelia's face. The vibrant colors of the festival seem to mock the grayness that has enveloped Aurelia's heart. She tries to lose herself in the festivities, but the weight of her sadness anchors her to the spot. Aurelia's forced smile falters, revealing the deep sorrow she can no longer conceal. In the open palace courtyard, an assassin's arrow streaks towards Aurelia, a harbinger of sudden violence. Aurelia's life hangs by a thread as Cailan throws himself into the path of the deadly projectile. The arrow strikes Cailan's shoulder plate with a deafening clang, a brutal testament to his loyalty. The force of the blow threatens to overwhelm him, his stance faltering under the assault. Cailan absorbs the impact. Cailan protects Aurelia. In the palace courtyard, Cailan's cold fury rises as he overpowers the assassin. Aurelia looks up, the fierce loyalty in Cailan's eyes piercing her. Cailan's grip tightens, the assassin now completely under his control. Looks up at him, seeing the fierce loyalty in his eyes. The courtyard holds its breath, the drama unfolding with silent intensity. Cailan's protective stance is a stark declaration of his devotion. In the grand throne room, King Theron's commanding presence fills the space as he stands upon the dais. His voice echoes through the hall, a declaration of Cailan's bravery ringing with regal authority. Theron's eyes held cold warning, a veiled threat. Cailan is standing silently, the weight of the king's veiled warning heavy in the air. The throne room watches, the subtle tension between king and hero palpable. Aurelia strolls, bathed in moonlight's glow, gown flowing. Feigning distraction, Aurelia gracefully navigates the stone path, her every step measured and deliberate. Aurelia's book, a bench, a subtle clue in her plan. Aurelia glances back, her gaze sharp and knowing, a subtle smile gracing her lips as she assesses the scene. Her mission accomplished, Aurelia melts into the shadows, leaving behind a trail of intrigue and unanswered questions. The abandoned book rests silently on the bench, bathed in moonlight, a silent witness to the unfolding drama. Moonlight filters through the royal library's arched windows, casting a silvery glow upon the ancient tomes. Aurelia and Cailan are sitting among the towering shelves, their faces softly illuminated by the ethereal light. They lean in close, whispering secrets, their voices barely audible in the vastness of the library. Each stolen glance and murmured confidence deepens the unspoken affection that crackles in the air. The bond between them strengthens, illuminated by the soft moonlight and whispered dreams. Night enfolds Aurelia, Cailan love whispers in stone. The tangled vines bear witness to their quiet rebellion, a secret romance blooming in the shadows of the palace. Their footsteps echo softly on the path, each step a testament to their shared defiance and affection. In the heart of the garden, their love story unfolds, a delicate dance of stolen moments and whispered promises. In the majestic throne room, King Theron proclaims with resounding authority, his triumph echoing through the hall. Aurelia stands beside him, her regal composure betraying an inner tension as she awaits her fate. I hereby announce the formal betrothal of my daughter Aurelia to Prince Alaric. Aurelia's face crumbles, her eyes widening in disbelief as the king's words shatter her world. A visible tremor courses through Aurelia as her heart breaks, her regal facade momentarily faltering. Aurelia weeps. Cailan is here. Room echoes grief. Her tears flow freely, a river of despair reflecting the weight of her fate. Kaelin holds Aurelia, his grip tightening as resolve hardens his features. Kaelin's voice, a vow, cuts through grief's despair. I vow to fight for you. His promise hangs in the air, a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. In the Grand Palace hallway, Aurelia and Kaelin proceed, unaware of the simmering envy they ignite. A rival guardsman observes Aurelia and Kaelin, his face twisting with undisguised jealousy. His eyes burn with resentment, a silent promise of future conflict. The hallway, once a space of passage, now becomes a stage for brewing animosity. In the dimly lit chamber, shadows swirl around Prince Alaric, his face a stone mask of fury. The rival guardsman finishes speaking, words hanging heavy in the air. Prince Alaric remains unyielding, the tapestries behind him seeming to absorb the dim light. His controlled fury simmers beneath the surface, threatening to erupt. The rival guardsman awaits his reaction, the silence amplifying the tension. In the opulent throne room, Alaric faces King Theron, the heavy tension palpable. Alaric declares with grave resolve, I must inform you of Kaelin's treason. King Theron reacts with thunderous disbelief, his face contorted in fury. Theron erupts, his voice echoing through the hall. Treason? From Kaelin? Impossible! The opulent throne room seems to shrink under the weight of the king's wrath, the tension now a tangible force. In the vast palace courtyard, Kaelin stands alone as his fate closes in. Guards advance, their shadows lengthening, signaling the beginning of Kaelin's downfall. They seize Kaelin, their actions swift and merciless, tearing away his insignia. The tearing of fabric echoes ominously, a stark symbol of lost honor and betrayal. The sound resonates through the courtyard, marking Kaelin's public disgrace. Kaelin sits alone in the dungeon's heart, his eyes burning with defiance despite his frail form. The darkness of the dungeon cannot extinguish the fire in Kaelin's eyes. The dungeon's cold stone walls contrast sharply with the burning intensity in Kaelin's gaze. Even in the depths of despair, Kaelin's spirit remains unbroken, his eyes a testament to his resilience. Aurelia's tower stands tall, a gilded cage bathed in the deceptive light of day. Sunlight streams through the arched windows, mocking her captivity with its unreachable warmth. Dust motes dance in the air, each a tiny reminder of the freedom she cannot grasp. The tower, meant as a sanctuary, is now her prison, its beauty a constant taunt. She surveys her gilded cage, a prisoner of her own gilded sanctuary. Escape seems impossible, the sunlight a cruel reminder of the world beyond her reach. From the icy peaks of the northern mountains, a horde of savage warriors descends upon Eldoria, their advance heralded by destruction. Eldoria, once a beacon of prosperity, succumbs to the invaders, as flames consume homes and hope alike. A trail of fire marks the path of the horde, leaving a scar of ruin across the once pristine landscape of Eldoria. The savage horde continues its relentless march, their eyes burning with malice as they spread chaos and despair. The sun casts a somber light upon Eldoria, now a wasteland, as the horde solidifies its dominance over the fallen land. The battlefield is a canvas of despair, painted with the shattered remnants of the Eldorian army. Amidst the chaos, Prince Alaric stands, a beacon of shining armor reflecting the grim reality. His polished exterior betrays the fear that gnaws at his core. The weight of the battle crushes his spirit. The horde advances, relentless and unstoppable. Alaric proves himself to be a coward, the battlefield revealing his true nature. Aurelia stands at the window, a solitary figure against the backdrop of her tower. Her gaze is drawn to the distant horizon, where a sinister plume of smoke stains the sky. The sight pierces her composure, a stark realization dawning in her eyes. Aurelia's mind races as she understands the gravity of the unfolding disaster. The weight of responsibility settles upon her shoulders. Aurelia turns away from the window, her decision made. King Theron sits heavily on his throne, the weight of defeat etched deeply into his face. A handmaiden bursts into the throne room, her face drained of color, a rolled parchment clutched tightly in her trembling hand. Breathless, she announces, "A message for Kaelin, Your Majesty. It is urgent." The king's gaze sharpens, his weary eyes now fixed on the parchment, a flicker of dread crossing his face. In the cold, damp dungeon, Kaelin is wrenched from his captivity, the echo of clanking chains filling the stone corridors. Bare feet scrape against the rough, uneven floor as he is dragged through the dimly lit passages. Guards in steel armor stand silently beside him, their faces grim, their resolve unyielding as they escort Kaelin. They bring him before the king, where his fate hangs in the balance. Kaelin stands above the crowd, his voice resonating with fervent conviction. His impassioned gestures begin to ignite the hearts of the commoners. The commoners begin dismantling barricades, their determination hardening. Debris transforms into projectiles as the city is weaponized. In the heart of the main square, Kaelin's resolute figure faces the formidable horde's giant chieftain. Sunlight catches Kaelin's sword, a beacon of defiance against the looming darkness. With a swift, decisive strike, Kaelin defeats the chieftain, silencing the horde's advance. The nation erupts in a thunderous roar, hope surging through their ranks. Kaelin stands victorious, the weight of his triumph settling upon his shoulders as the crowd cheers. A wave of hope washes over the nation, their spirits lifted by Kaelin's courage.